Hey y'all, what's up? Thank y'all for joining. We have some topics that we gotta get through. This is our midday pop-in. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Monday to everyone. Oh, damn. Uh, hold on, guys. Jeez, I gotta put my screen on. Sorry. I hope you guys had a chance to check out the new parodies I uploaded as well. Had a little time today. I said, let me get my little parodies out there. So I hope y'all had a chance to check those out. Please hit the like button for me on those if you can. Let's get into this live, though. Everything said in the video is alleged. I see my mods are here. Thanks, mods, for being in the building. Hey, Felicia. I see Grandma 504B Wiseman is here. Terry Copeland is in the building. Thank y'all for being here. Let's get into it. I see Velma Sadler. First topic. Jesse Jackson's son is displeased with Obama and some other folk getting up there at his daddy's funeral, Jesse Jackson's funeral, and speaking politics at the funeral. Now I can understand that, because now you're supposed to be here to pay your respects to the man, to Jesse Jackson for passing away. But he kind of was sort of in politics or whatever. It's kind of like a thin line, but I get it that they want to keep it, strictly about, showing their respect to Jesse Jackson, their father. So they didn't want all that political stuff talked about at the funeral, and he definitely spoke up about it. So let's get into it. Jesse Jackson Jr. seemingly shades Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, and Joe Biden, claiming that they did not truly know his father. Ooh, girl, let's get into it.
Yesterday, I listened for several hours of 3 United States presidents who do not know Jesse Jackson.
Nice.
He maintained a tense relationship with the political order, not because the presidents were white or black, but the demands of our message, the demands of speaking for the least of these, those who were disinherited, the damned, the dispossessed, the disrespected, demanded not Democratic or Republican solutions, but demanded a consistent, prophetic voice that at no point in time ever sold us out as a people. And it speaks volumes about who the Reverend Jesse Jackson was. Our message has already been delivered today. I can see it all over my mother's face. Rise, Jesse, rise. Give Jonathan Jackson another great round of applause for delivering our family message to the world.
He went there, child. He went there. Now, I kind of get where he's coming from, but if you're going to invite did you guys not invite the president? You should be happy that the presidents even took time out of their schedules to even come to this long ass funeral. Like, this funeral's been going on for a few days now. Y'all know black funerals be long, but especially for people like Jesse Jackson, y'all know, like Aretha Franklin, those funerals are very, very long. So for these people to take their entire day and just like put it aside to come and sit and enjoy everything that was going on here, to pay their respects and watch others pay their respects as well, for hours and hours on end. Like, I feel like it's very disrespectful to, disrespect them in that way, to openly say that. Like, could you not call them? Could you not have their managers or something reach out to their managers and say, "Hey, I was very displeased with how you guys got up there and made my father's funeral political. I really wish you guys would have done that." But to do that publicly, it's kind of like a slap in the face, right? I mean, how do you know that they didn't know him? You don't know everybody that your father knew. I'm pretty sure Jesse Jackson knew Barack Obama. Like, you don't know if they met each other in passing, or they had some type of great experience that you never knew about, or that Jesse maybe never shared with you. So to stand up and say he didn't know them, how do you know that? That's very disrespectful. What do y'all feel? Let me look at some comments on that. I'm interested in some comments on that. Let's see. Ami says that, and they're lucky Obama showed up, and given what Jesse Jackson said about Obama on a hot mic moment. Ooh, says that when he was first running for president. Ooh, that's a good one. Grandma 504 Wilder now says it not the time for this son. You better let him know, okay? Mary White says that he is so ungrateful and he doesn't know if they knew his dad or not. I just said that. Thank you. We're on the same page, Mary. Vera Dockery said that his dad kind of messed some of his legacy with stepping out. Yeah, he does have an outside child. He didn't talk about that shit up there, did he? Nope. Sexy Brown Bone said that I wouldn't have said it. Said that some stuff you just don't speak on it. Right. Time and place. I feel like time and place. There's always a time and place for everything. I don't feel like that was the time or place to say that. People are grieving. People are in their feelings. Keep it about Jesse. Keep it about his memory, his legacy. Again, you should have reached out to these people on a personal level. Obviously, you knew them on a personal level if you invited them there to speak on your father's behalf, right? Obama, they're saying, did the eulogy. So you guys knew and trusted him enough to stand at a podium and do the eulogy. Usually when you call someone to do the eulogy at your funeral or at a loved one's funeral, that's someone that you respect, someone that you trust is going to get up there and send your loved one off with great words and dignity and respect, right? So obviously you guys trusted Obama enough to do the eulogy for your father. This is something else. They are doing the most. I don't, child. That must be misplaced anger. Maybe he's grieving. Let's just give it to him in terms of saying he grieving, child. We're gonna say he's grieving. Maybe he's having a little moment in grief where he just kind of, went overboard a little bit. But I ain't like that too much. Now, this morning we talked about Rihanna having a unfortunate situation where some female was parked outside of her home and started pow-powing 10 shots to Rihanna's home. Let's go ahead and get into the update on that because we do have an update. They have caught this person. They did catch this person. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. Now, a woman who was identified for firing shots at Rihanna's home left disturbing posts on social media about the singer. Now, this was all prior to the alleged pow-pow, and I'm not sure what kind of vendetta she has against Rihanna, but this is kind of creepy, right? Reports continue to surface after a suspect was identified in connection with pow-powing outside of Rihanna's Beverly Hills home over the weekend. Now, authorities say that the woman allegedly responsible also shared several concerning posts about the singer on social media in the weeks leading up to the incident. So this sounds premeditated now, right? It sounds premeditated. Let's keep going. According to police, the suspect was identified as 35-year-old Ivana Ortiz. Investigators say that she was arrested and booked on suspicion of attempted unaliving after shots were reportedly fired at Rihanna's $14 million mansion while the singer was inside the property on Sunday. I hear her kids were also there as well, I hear. The incident quickly sparked controversy online as details about the suspect began circulating. Some of those details include multiple social media posts that appear to reference Rihanna and other celebrities. She's psycho, right? She's psycho. Let's get into what was said. Let's go.
By the pictures that are there. But you know what? I bought steak in there and I said, forget you. This is mine too. You're not going to be throwing bad energy at me when I'm coming to the store. So I went and I bought stock. And then when I went in there, I saw Rihanna. She looked so bad. That's the judgment of God. And I thank God for that. So just the way God did that judgment, the same energy, the same devil that is trying to be around me and make my area uncomfortable, God is going to count against me.
No, they're not fiery ants. Or maybe they are. They are fiery ants. They're from Satan, aren't they? So that's Satan. He just wants to kill something beautiful. Just like his Rihanna. They just want to kill something beautiful.
Now I hear the obsession because just out of a weird conversation, just an outlandish conversation, here comes Rihanna's name again. What the fuck does Rihanna have to do with some fire ants? Right? Sound like somebody else I know. But let's continue, child.
But they can't. No, they're not fiery ants.
Oh,
no. Or maybe they are. They are.
All right. So Ivana Ortiz said that at Bagor Riri, so she is adding Rihanna, says, "Are you there? Psycho. Because I was waiting for your AIDS 5-head self to say something to me directly instead of sneaking around like you talking to me where I'm not at. I don't think she's talking to you at all. Why are you adding her? I really don't think you know her personally. It sounds like some mental illness is here. You're adding someone who's not even checking for you, don't even know you, not responding to you, and you're steady calling her name in like every single post and or video. Sounds familiar though. Okay, let's continue. So she goes on to say, send this everywhere. They are done. Who's they? Who is they? This was on December the 20th of 2025. She says, I just restricted that stupid biatch Kim Kardashian. Now she's after the Kardashians. I'm already through with Rihanna. There she go again. Your turn hiding biatch. She says, stop begging for a look. Yikes. She has an infatuation with Rihanna, obviously. Then she's thrown in Kim Kardashian. Said updates. The update is that the police reveal identity of the woman who fired the shots at Rihanna's Los Angeles home, at which we know that. Okay, so it says that from the LAPD on March 8th, that was yesterday, around 1 p.m., 1:15 p.m., LAPD officers from West LA Division responded to an ADW, shots fired, radio call in the 9500 block of Heather Road. Officers met with the person reporting and obtained the suspect's information. The suspect was located and taken into custody without further incident. A weapon was recovered. They said that this is an active LAPD robbery homicide division investigation. No injuries were reported, and booking information is below. Ivana Lisette Ortez, 35 years old, date of birth 6/2/90, booked for attempted unaliving, and then it gives the number. Her bail is $10,225. She should not get a bail at all. She should not get a bail. She seems very unhinged and very fucking crazy. She needs to sit until there's a court date. Which that could be anytime, right? Court dates could be 6 months from now, 3 months from now, a year or two from now. She does not need to be out. She does not need to bail out, because what's to say she will not go and try to finish what she started, right? You don't play around with crazy people, honey. Crazy people, you never know what level their mind is going to be on, child. Every floor is crazy. It don't matter what floor you stop on, bitch. It's crazy. Crazy. Level 1, 2, 3, all the floors are crazy, right? But damn. So prayers up for Rihanna, child. I don't know why she's being targeted. Let's move along, honey, with Ray J crashing out, as he always does. That's another one, child. Every floor is crazy. Crazy. I think his mind snapped after the Whitney Houston situation. I keep saying it. I stand on it with my whole chest. I really feel like that there's something that there's a lot of guilt that's going on with Ray J. I know his mom and him saying that he's sick, but I feel like something happened after Whitney Houston passed away, because he was not like this prior to that. I feel like whatever happened, he knows about it, allegedly. And I feel like it's the demons are tearing him up inside. His conscience is like kicking his ass. Okay. And he's blaming it on something else. But let's get into what's going on here. Ray J is speaking out, and his message for Snoop Dogg is raising eyebrows. Let's get into the message, and then we'll commentary on the end, okay?
Hey, yo, Snoop, you my relative. I talked to Julian. I talked to Daz. I talked to Corrupt. I talked to everybody, and everybody's telling me you turned into the new Suge. I don't want to believe that, Snoop. I don't want to believe that you turned into the new Suge. I'm going to believe that you've given everybody what they deserved. Everything that they ever didn't get, you taking over death row was supposed to be the one to be the savior to give everybody what they needed. Word on the street is that you haven't given anybody nothing. And you became the new shit. I don't want to believe that.
You guys know Snoop Dogg does own Death Row Records now, okay? He purchased it, so he is the owner of it, because not Snoop Dogg, but Suge Knight is in prison. He's serving a life sentence. So Snoop Dogg does own Death Row.
Snoop, I want you to respond, and I want you to tell me that you're not the new Suge. I want you to tell me that you gave everybody all the publishing and all the rights and everything that they deserved. Everybody from our cousin Daz to, Julian, to whoever else is talking shit, right? I don't give a fuck about nobody else but niggas that's related to us. I said 2 niggas that is in our bloodline, and you're a great person. I love you. Can you please tell everybody that I'm tripping and that you have not become Suge Knight? Because if you have, then we'll deal with that and we'll figure it out. But everybody's feelings are hurt. Nobody feels like you have come through for them. Everybody from the LBC to Carson to Compton to Los Angeles all the way up to Santa Clarita. But you've been keeping all the money and you're super rich. I love you, Snoop. Please respond to this, because I'm not here to try to point the finger.
Again, if you and Snoop are cousins, I'm pretty sure you have his personal phone number or information to contact him directly. This going to social media is kind of like you're trying to put him on blast, because what other reason would you choose to click your button and go live versus reaching out to him personally and say, hey man, I have a problem. Like, did you hit my cousin Daz up and give him his stuff? And a few other people that's very close to us have a problem that you're sitting on some money that they feel that they deserve from, whatever. I don't know shit. But this right here, it just kind of gives maybe attention seeking. It gives that maybe you're trying to indirectly call him out, because if you're his relative, again, reach out to him. It's not our business. Thank you. It gave me some content, but again, it's not our business if that's your cousin, right? I don't come to social media to reach out to my family. I call them directly. But let's continue.
But when Dash tells me something, Julian tells me something, and then there's like 20 other people that's telling me other things that are surprising. Because the last thing I thought that she would be is the new Suge Knight. Make sense, Snoop? Make it make sense right now. Because I don't give a fuck, nigga. You know that. You my cousin. But don't ever think that you doing people wrong I'm not gonna let it slide. What are you gonna do to me? Exactly. Let's talk about it. Let's do a sit down and let's figure out, why do people say you're the new Suge? Why do people say that you're fucking them over all their money? Why do people say that you're the worst person in the world right now in LA? Why? When you're my cousin. Let's figure it out. I love you, Snoop. But I also love Daz. I also love Julie. And I also love all my Crip homies and all my blood homies. Don't represent.
Pretty sure he's not going to want to have a conversation with you now after this, right? I'm pretty sure he's not. Okay. And then the whole, what are you going to do to me? Let's not forget where Snoop came from before he became an artist on Death Row Records. Okay, he definitely was street in the gang and all of that. So he ain't no punk. I ain't saying he trying to be doing no drive-by. I hope he ain't. I mean, but shit, he does still have street connections. So you just branded, brother. You still out here singing One Wish in the wrong key still after all these years. But ain't nobody really scared of you like that, Ray J. I mean, I know you have gang affiliations, but no one is scared of you. So during the recent post, as you guys can see, we cannot call him a singer, is what they listed him here as. We would say reality star because he is that. Claimed that he's been hearing chatter from people close to them comparing the West Coast rapper to former Death Row Records boss Suge Knight. Y'all know Suge Knight was known for not giving people royalties, owing them money, hanging people over balconies for ownership of their music and shit like that. If y'all don't know, child, go look it up. It's out there. Go Google it. Suge did a lot of people wrong and a lot of people dirty in business. Of course, y'all just heard everything Ray J had to say. So he's pretty much indirectly calling or directly calling out Snoop Dogg and asking for him to, hey, answer to this. But again, I feel like you should have reached out to him on a personal level, because then it kind of gives that you are attention seeking and trying to call him out. You guys are family. There's a way to do things. But when you're on the drugs, child, maybe that's what the drugs told you to do. I don't know. That's what that cocaine do to you. Allegedly. Moving right along. Shout out to No Chaser TV on this one. Rob and Giselle with their Reasonably Shady podcast that don't nobody watch. Okay. Be glad I'm giving you 5 minutes of fame right quick. Robin thinks that Wendy's request for a speedy trial may be setting Eddie up to take the fall. All right. I told you guys, and we covered it, where Wendy was asking the courts, can she have her trial moved up to early March? They're like, yeah, no, we have nothing on the books that's available for that. Yeah. And then now they're going to be both tried separately when they announced, I want to say a month ago, that they were going to be tried together. Now they're going to be tried separately. So I don't know. From the rumors that's going around is that Wendy is going to set Eddie up to take the fall so that she can stay out and be with the kids. I don't know. I really hope that's not the case, because he has just as much to lose as her. So Giselle wants to know when Pam Oliver is going to trial. Let's hear these two nut bushes sitting up here talking about nothing else that they don't have nothing to damn talk about. Robin, you should be asking where Juan is, right? Where is Juan? Is he out with somebody else while you on this Reasonably Shady podcast that don't nobody watching? Y'all probably ain't making no damn money from it. Giselle, where's your man? Oh my God, you ain't never had one. But let's continue, child.
Just want to give credit where credit is due. From posts created by I'm sorry, I don't know like exactly how you pronounce this. So it's WeIGO podcast. Is it okay. WeIGO podcast? I don't know. I'm sorry. So they were in the courtroom and they were posting updates. Okay. So I just want to give credit to WeIGO or WeIGO podcast. Okay. Cool. All right. So so Eddie wants to waive his right to a speedy trial because there's extensive discovery or like extensive documents that they have to go through. Okay. And he needs time for his team to go through everything.
Okay. And so Wendy doesn't?
So this is where I think they're being strategic.
Okay.
Because it's sounding like Eddie's going to take the fall.
Well, no. If Wendy doesn't waive her right to a speedy trial, she's going to be in trial tomorrow.
So I think Wendy did not waive her right to a speedy trial.
Okay.
So they're looking for dates in March. However, there were none.
Not March. Okay, in March. Okay.
However, there were none available for a jury trial. And they say this makes me wonder if this is a setup for Eddie to take the fall. Wendy will not be able to have the trial as quickly as she wanted. The original trial date for her would have been April 15th.
Okay.
But due to the trial schedule, it will unfortunately have to be pushed out until May. She was willing to go to trial before her status conferences. So, I mean, that just makes me feel like Wendy is going to plead that she didn't know anything, that she was not aware.
She's not going to be able to do that. There's conversation via email between the two of them where she's literally telling him, make sure you put the Gucci shirt on there and other expensive items so that we can get the maximum payout for this insurance claim. So there's no way she can say that she did not know, because you clearly are in conversation per email to your husband. You guys are in conversation. This is during the time that there were rumors that Wendy and Eddie had been separated, which is why they were communicating via email, which I think was so stupid of them to do, because you left a paper trail of your crime. Damn. Oh my God. So yeah, she's not gonna be able to say that in court that she didn't know anything about it. Okay, because you definitely lied and you gave a statement as well, and then turned around and said that the items that you listed as stolen you actually were wearing them in pictures and videos, right? This ring and other jewelry, necklaces and bracelets and all type of stuff, clothing that you said were stolen. All of these things you were seeing in pictures. So it's weird, right? That's
aware.
But you can't say that when there's emails it's clear that you're aware.
But she still might not be aware of everything. Like,
yeah.
Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. See, y'all don't need a podcast because obviously you guys don't do your homework before you talk about a subject. She is just as lost as her. You're not even, obviously you didn't do your homework because you should have known about the emails. There's no way that she can sit up and say she did not know about it when you filed a police report for the break-in as well as the theft, which you guys filed on the insurance fraud. So y'all didn't even read up on y'all shit. So this way you don't need a podcast right here. Okay, I could have told you that. But let's continue. This is so embarrassing.
She still might not be. She will claim that she's not aware of everything, such as the multiple insurance claims, because they made multiple.
How would she not know about it when she made the claim?
Claims for the same thing to 3 different insurance companies,
right?
Or that maybe even like she might decide, okay, if the robbery was staged, well, I didn't know. You know, Eddie might have did that, but I don't know.
Oh, I got it.
I didn't know anything about that.
So when does Pam Oliver go to trial? When does she?
Well, I guess they got that cleared up because the Pam Oliver, all the aliases were just for
Amazon,
for receiving packages.
Okay.
I have an alias with DoorDash.
I do too. I have an alias with everything.
Right.
However, come on now.
Right.
I believe. Okay, Pam. So Pam's not going to trial.
So
these two nut bushes, they don't know what the hell they talking about. You guys should have to. You guys should do your investigation and read up on things prior to talking about subjects on your podcast, because you sound very lost in what you're talking about. It don't sound like you educated yourself on what's going on in this entire case. I mean, and what was said, what was done, who did what. I mean, obviously Wendy knows about what the fuck is going on because she was a part of it, and so was Eddie. Both of them. That's why both of them are being charged. But yeah, I don't know, child. Maybe y'all need a drug test too. Maybe. Let's get into Cecil Whitmore from Married to Medicine, child, because he had time today to be up and clapping back because somebody up and tried him. They out here saying Cecil ain't helping out and Simone is paying all the money and whatnot. Cecil's that bitch not today. Y'all ain't gonna play with me today. All right, shout out to No Chaser on this one. Cecil Whitmore's Twitter fingers, child, went to work. They said that Cecil talks Married to Medicine, Mariah Hook, and more. So Cecil Whitmore told the people to find somebody else to play with. I know that's right. he made it very clear after a viewer stated that Toya and Eugene were the only ones putting their real life out there, and that his family was doing the same as well. Now, Cecil responded by saying, real talk, what would a good season look like? A fight? An affair? One side says that it needs to be more positive. The other side says that there isn't enough drama. Just curious. So a person responded by saying, unpopular opinion. Damn. Married to Medicine is not good this season. Ooh. It is kind of boring. I ain't gonna hold you. So he responded by saying, for the record, we asked King about marriage all season because we never thought Quad would be moving forward without a ring. The only thing I told Curtis is when you make people feel that their situation is based on their actions is tricky. Married to Medicine. Cecil then responds by saying, well, I know I had a great drama. Said I went from Cecil gives great advice to Cecil is a bum and Simone should divorce him. Ooh, hashtag Married to Medicine. So this person, Pretty Black, responded saying, at Cecil, drama sells. Cecil, unfortunately. He does. I mean, gotta put the shit out there. Cecil then responds by saying, when was there balance? Is it what medicine are we talking about? So the only difference is that the last few seasons, everyone wasn't married. And that separates our show. So the boyfriends and husbands will watch because men are on the show. So Randy 301 then responds by saying it seems like Toya was trying too hard to create drama. And why was Dr. Heavenly part of everyone's episode when she was a friend of? That I get. She was still working in the main cast member capacity, even though she was a friend of, okay? Said that they are trying to self-produce drama instead of allowing, did they cut it off? Looks like they did. So Cecil responded by saying that our family dinner wasn't raw. We are just recovering from that bullshit. So Miss Aquarius responds by saying, as Cecil says that I missed the rawness. It's like everybody knows how to do reality TV now. Love watching the show, but I think more of the Doctor's Day today. That don't make sense. So we get the medicine portion and more, and just more into, why do they keep cutting it off? Cecil responds by saying, okay, if you knew the real story, that you would have a different of opinion, difference. It should be difference. But just for the record, I bought the South House cash if you're a watcher of the show. Okay. So he said he bought, not Simone. So I don't know. Y'all know he is into real estate. So I'm pretty sure he does bring in money as well. So, you know, can't say Cecil is a bum. He does have a job. He's a real estate agent. So I don't know how many houses you sold, Cecil, but he said he bought it cash. So we'll go with that. This person responded by saying that when she has to carry the weight of 3 grown-ass men and one of them being the main one that should have her back, yes, hell yeah, let her live her best single life until a real man comes along. Ooh, child. Cecil responds by saying, just so y'all know, Simone ain't footing no bill for me. And I'm much older than the guys on the show, but I'm very confident about my net worth and financial independence. Google me. Come on, okay, shit. So y'all better back up off me about my finances. So another person responded and added him by saying, thank you. He trying to play stupid. Play stupid, girl. They are going in on Cecil's ass. So Cecil says Mariah's not new, and if she came back, she would talk about how everyone turned their back on her. When new people come on, no one wants to rock with them like Sweet Tea. Because y'all know that Simone and Cecil are still friends with Sweet Tea. They still hang out with her and Dr. G. So this person, Cardia, says that we need new characters. I'm so tired of seeing Toya and Heavily bicker. We love to see Mariah return. Now, isn't it coincidental that people are just mentioning it just in conversation Mariah? Didn't I tell you guys that whispers are that there are whispers that Mariah is set to make some appearances on next season of Married to Medicine? Right? That's the rumor, is that Mariah is set to make some appearances on next season of Married to Medicine. I'm excited. I like Mariah. This is her shit. This is her show. She brought Married to Medicine to our TV screen. She helped cast everyone that's on the show, right? So it would be only fitting and proper that she, pop in from here and there and make some appearances and let the girls know she's still out here girling, right? So yeah, I would love to see that. I definitely would love to see that. So shout out to them. And it's so weird that they are mentioning her. So maybe there's some truth to it. Cecil then says that she was in every episode but the first one. So this person responded by saying that we need more Dr. Heavenly. No, we don't. I feel like we didn't get enough of her. I think we got enough of her. I really do. I feel like we do. Cecil says Toya and Eugene, when I almost lost my family at dinner. Oh, so they got some heat for Toya and Eugene. All right. So this person, Princess Luden, says that Simone and Jackie don't do lunch anymore. Said that Jackie and Curtis don't even seem like they share the same bed, because they don't. We already told you guys. Jackie sleeps down the hall. Curtis has his own bed. So said that Dr. Heavenly's toxicity used to be funny, but now it's draining. You spot on, baby. Yes. Toya and Eugenie was saying something about Toya. Eugenie got cut off. Cecil then says, but why is everyone so tough on the new people who joined the show? Because they don't like them. This person responds by saying, say that we don't want to see affairs or fights. We want to see new doctors. Would you guys want to see new doctors on Married to Medicine? Or are you guys okay with the doctors that are there? You just want them to talk about something else or have a different storyline? Y'all let me know in the chat. For the show Married to Medicine, would you guys like to see them replace or switch out some of the doctors and wives that are on the show just to kind of spice up the show a bit? Or would you like to keep the same cast that's currently on the show right now and maybe encourage them to talk about other things for a better storyline so it's not so boring? Because Married to Medicine is a really good show, but sometimes it can be too mean girlish, okay, with people like Heavenly and sometimes Toya, okay? And definitely sometimes, and I like you, Simone, but sometimes you can be a mean girl too, right? And definitely Dr. Jackie. She just hides hers well, but she is definitely a fucking mean girl as well. So Cecil then says that as you get older, women are choosing to have babies alone. Not sure why this is confusing. A new relationship is always exciting. Said that they were ready to start a family. Damn, a marriage. He's talking about Quad and King. So Quad did not want to marry King, but she wanted to have a baby with him, which I think that's so fucking stupid. But whatever, that's her choice. Continuing on, said that Quad's fertility journey has straight up been confusing. Said I don't think anyone can understand why she would be going this hard to have a baby with a man who's not even her fiance. Ooh, girl. Yeah, the same way a lot of people did. A lot of people really felt like this whole storyline was just fake, and it really she stole Sweet T's storyline and it just kind of ran with it, and nobody was really buying it. A lot of people wasn't really buying their relationship as well, but they have now broken up. Rumor is Quad is dating some younger guy. I did see a picture out there, but I don't want to share it until I kind of verified it is still legit, right? But the rumor is that she is dating a much younger guy. She's already moved on to somebody else. We're talking about Quad. So we'll see what happens. Y'all let me know in the chat what y'all think. Y'all want them to switch out, put new doctors there, or are you guys okay with the doctors that are there? You just rather see better storylines from those doctors? Let me know. Moving along, I already told you I don't see any passion between Dr. Jackie and Curtis. It's just like they're on the show. It's like they're roommates or something. I don't see it. He don't never like embrace her, hug her, touch her or anything like that. In terms of, he touch everybody else. He pulling Toya in his lap. I don't see him pulling Jackie in his lap. So I don't know. But let's continue on. This thing right here, child. This thing right here. Kenya had time to talk about Nene's relationship when she don't even have one, right? But Kenya did make I'm going to tell y'all this. Kenya did make a statement saying she didn't want to be back with Mark Daly, which is her ex-husband, but she does want to still use his eggs that she has frozen so that she can have another baby so that her daughter, Brooklyn, can have a sibling. The nigga's already trying to move in your house and trying to get back with you and using every single situation and reason to stay with you because he ain't got nowhere to stay in Atlanta. He done moved his ass from New York to Atlanta because he lost his place in New York. He lost his businesses. Now he's trying to move in with Kenya because he's like, oh, we have a daughter together. We're family. So he's using that. But Kenya's like, nigga, you're not about to move in with me. But then you make a statement saying that you don't want to be back with him, but you want to use his sperm in order to impregnate yourself to have a second child with him so that your child can have the same father. What do y'all think about that? Let me know. But let's get into this right here. Shout out to Housewives from a Housewife. Said the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kenya Moore suggests that Nene Leakes teaches a class on keeping eye candy on your man or on your arm. I wouldn't call this eye candy. I mean, did you not see the background of this fool right here? He is a whole R-worder and an abuser, and he kidnapped women. So, Nene, please be careful, girl. Keep your location on, girl. Keep your location on so we know where you are. All right, but let's get into what Kenya had to say.
Girl, I don't know how she does. She needs to teach a class because I don't care what state that Nene is in, whether she is on TV, not on TV, you know, touring, not touring, single. When I tell you she gonna have a man by her side, the life of Nene, honey, she gonna put her little heels on and she gonna tip around and she gonna have her, you know, 16. What? No, how many inches does she have? 26, 36, 30-inch bust down 613. She's gonna have her 613 on, and she's gonna have her little heels on, and she's gonna be tipping, okay? And when she comes out and she tips, she is definitely has a fine guy by her side. So we need.
When you gonna have a fine guy by your side, it's sad. Kenya's not an ugly girl, no homo. Okay, no homo. But it's weird to me that you can't get or keep a man, Kenya. It's something wrong with you. That means your ass must be fucking psycho, right? Like the one that you did get and married, that was questionable as well. Everybody was saying, well, maybe, girl, just maybe it was an arrangement. You paid out this nigga tax liens and he gave you a baby in return, right? So we really haven't seen Kenya with like reputable relationships. The Matt guy, he was fucking crazy as well. Bust your windows out like he was Jasmine Sullivan over there and screaming and hollering in the damn driveway and put out there that you were sleeping with him in the back of y'all Jeep or in the back of his Jeep, child. Said you were spread eagle in the back of the Jeep, child. I was like, oh, girl, not in the back of the Jeep. How old are you, girl? You are in your 40s, 50s out here in the back of a Jeep. Girl, get a room already, okay? But yeah, we don't really see Kenya out like with a real good relationship, a nice looking, you know, man on her arm. Not to say that you have to have a man, but Kenya's always speaking on other people's relationships. She was all up in Phaedra and Apollo's situation, and she's always speaking on somebody else's man, or they don't have a man, or their marriage or their relationship, and I feel like it's hateration because you can't get or keep a man. I feel like it's something really wrong with your ass. I really do. I feel like we already know you got mama issues, okay? And I'm not picking at her for that per se, but I feel like Kenya definitely needs some very deep shock therapy because there's something really wrong with this girl. She always sees the worst in other people, and she never sees the bullshit within herself. And I think that Kenya can be a better person. And I always said I felt like when she had that baby that she would change a little bit. Because sometimes kids will change you. Shit, I even calmed down when I became a mom. But in this situation here with Kenya, girl, you are unstoppable when it comes to the bullshit. You really are. But she will always speak on others' relationship. But I find it ironic. We never really see you in a relationship, girl. I see you around a lot of the gay guys, but I don't see you in a relationship. Okay, I don't know. But moving right along.
We need to probably take a few classes from Nene, right? I don't like to be public. I can't do it because the moment you take somebody public, what do? They're going to search their history. They're going to bring up every bad thing that they can say about someone. They are going to consistently say crazy things and bring up people's past.
So why don't she search their history prior to going public, knowing that we're going to do that? I mean, it's our job as bloggers. If she step out with a new guy, and I said it the other day when we initially talked about it, if Nene steps out with a new guy, it's our job as bloggers to do this and find out who the hell he is. I mean, that's just what we do. The people are like, who is this guy that Nene is out here with? It's our job to go pull him up. Now, if a little police report come in behind that, we got to talk about it, right? If some charges is attached to his profile, then it would be remiss for me not to talk about it. I mean, right? I'm just saying. So yeah, Nene, do your homework first so that we don't have to do so much. That's all I'm saying. If you don't want people digging up your man and find out he's a damn serial unaliver out here, then baby, you find out first so that we don't have to do so. And then maybe not be stepping out so soon with random guys. I don't think Nene knew about that. I'm just saying, I don't think Nene knew that he had a whole R-wording, or graping women charge, kidnapping charge, abuse charge, okay, assault charge. I don't think she knew about that, or she probably wouldn't be with him. I hope she didn't. I hope you didn't know that and stepped out like that with him. I don't know. Y'all let me know.
My girl.
Y'all let me know. But Kenya, you are the last person to speak on relationships, sis, because we don't ever see you in one. But moving on, who have we seen Kenya with since Mark? Oh yeah, never. Nobody, girl. We ain't got to think that long. We don't got to think that long, girl. Nobody. Okay, nobody. We ain't seen you with nobody. All right. Move right along. Let's get into this next thing. Prayers up for Miss Mary Cosby from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. She just buried her son. I think their funeral was yesterday. Some housewives did go. All of the housewives from Salt Lake City, they said, did attend. I think they said Andy Cohen was there. The camera guys were there as well. Cynthia Bailey, Kyle Richards, as well as Sheree Whitfield also were in attendance to Mary Cosby's son's Robert Jr.'s funeral, which was held yesterday. So they said it was really nice homegoing service for him. So shout out to them for that, and condolences. Of course, you know, this is Mary's only son, and he wound up passing away by way of overdose, for those who did not know. But they said that Mary Cosby's son, Robert Jr., was laid to rest this past Saturday. Not yesterday, I stand corrected. Saturday, okay? All of the cast members from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City attended the funeral, along with the camera crew, they're saying now. I said what was surprising, though, was that learning that Cynthia Bailey, Kyle Richards, and Sheree Whitfield were also in attendance at the service. Why would that be surprising? Because Cynthia already came out to say she was very, very good friends with Mary Cosby. I didn't know that Sheree hung out with her like that, but it's great that she did come and show her respects. Said, I love seeing housewives from other franchises show up to support Mary during such a difficult time. I know that was really heartbreaking for her. Losing your only child has to be one of the most heartbreaking things a parent could ever experience. So rest in peace to Robert Jr. I also saw another post, and I was going to report on it, but I was like, it's just kind of blah, blah. They were saying that he was in the process of fighting some charges that he had going on with his wife at the time, which caused him not to be able to be around her, where there was a restraining order, where there was some DV charges that was against him, where he wound up going to jail for, but he filed some type of petition in the courts, which was getting ready to come up prior to his death to fight those charges. So he was going to fight that. So I don't know if he was trying to get back with his wife or whatever, but they said he actually filed some type of motion within the courts to fight the domestic violence charges that he had against him. But unfortunately, he wound up passing away by way of overdose before the actual court date came up. So rest in peace to him, man. That's so sad. That's Robert Jr. That's Mary. All right, moving right along. That's so sad. Let's get into this Real Housewives of Atlanta clip. Child, y'all know that's coming up again. I keep saying it, honey, April the 5th. I'll keep reminding you guys. I'll be watching as it gets closer. I will bring it up again so you guys don't miss it. But they're saying keeping it peachy has never been so wild. The Real Housewives of Atlanta returns, of course, as I just said, April the 5th. There is another clip here. We're going to take a look at it so you guys will know what's coming up in the new season. Let's go.
Once upon a time in Atlanta, there lived a group of beautiful dolls who really tried to be good. Like, really tried.
I trust no lawyer that don't practice the law.
I don't trust no lawyer that eat dead people.
I eat dead people? But spilling tea is their favorite game.
You said that she was sleeping with a married man.
Oh, she want to spread her own tea? And when the tea is poured, that's when the dolls come alive.
I should have bought your foreclosed house.
Okay, Mr. Clean, don't do it, Papa's first.
This season on The Real Housewives of Atlanta.
He eat dead people. I'm still stuck on there.
We the richest bitches you ever seen in your goddamn life.
Tell me how expensive I am right now.
180,000.
Atlanta is Black Hollywood. Andretta 2000.
Good God Almighty, it's eating me. I didn't expect God to send a 6'5" tall man with big arms and tattoos.
This is my friend Sway.
Now, y'all know that's Mike Bliss. Mike Bliss is a whole actor. So I don't even know why Portia's running around town saying that that's her boyfriend and she's dating a girlfriend. This whole fucking storyline is a whole fake ass storyline for Portia this season, because everybody's been telling her, girl, you bring nothing to the show. You bring nothing. So now she's trying to go out with a bang and say, oh, I have a girlfriend and a boyfriend. This is total bullshit. Okay. For those of you who don't know who Mike Bliss is, he was on Ready to Love. I want to say season 1.
I love these hands.
It's giving Atlanta. But you know, sometimes we play in the field too much and then we look up and we're like, what happened?
Please welcome Miss K. Michelle.
My husband, Dr. Sims.
Nice to meet you.
I'm on the biggest country music label. And I don't think people understand that pressure being the only Black woman.
We got some sluts walking in the building.
I'm one of the most powerful entrepreneurs in America.
Miss Pinky Cole.
I built this $100 million brand. Behind every great man, there's an even better woman.
Dallas, here we come! Girl, this is beautiful.
I claim
only room in the night.
Hopefully I can find me a cowboy in Texas.
You gotta talk to him about that career.
I want to own my own things at this point in my life.
I took my last $50,000 and bet on myself.
Truly the hardest year of my life. Are you serious?
You ever slept with a married man?
No, I have not.
You absolutely did.
So this is the extended version. If you guys watch Car Chronicles, we watched a little bit of this. So I think that they merged a piece that we did not get to see into the part that we did see. So we'll finish it.
The people want black.
That's my friend.
What up, baby? Good to see you.
He's in my DM.
Who?
Black.
No.
Then why would she be lying on you?
Well, she doesn't like me.
Keep my name out your mouth.
Don't you ever address me that way. Portia has every Nigerian in Atlanta.
Not every Nigerian. Just said Portia done slept with every Nigerian in Atlanta, girl.
You better get that goddamn drink on my face. Take your goddamn lick and sit the down.
We're going to be very well behaved.
Damn, Portia, let me find out you ain't all them walk miles up and all
Once upon a time in Atlanta.
all the damn Nigerians in Atlanta, girl. That's a lot because a lot of damn Nigerians in Atlanta. So Portia, child. What do you think about that clip? What do y'all think? Look like the show is gonna be pretty good. I will be watching again. It will premiere April the 5th. I'll be there. So be there, be square. Moving along, let's get to Royce revealing some things about she is not stopping. Y'all, Royce is doing interview after interview after interview. I get it because when she was on Basketball Wives, she had a gag order to where she could not speak on Dwight Howard, right? Because he put a gag order on her for so many years, she could not speak. So now that she's speaking out, baby, she is, when I tell you speaking out, she's been trolling Amy. She's been trolling Dwight. She's been talking and telling stuff. She's like, bitch, I don't give a fuck if he put another one on me. I'm still going to talk. So shout out to her because Royce wound up going to jail over something that her son was doing inappropriately with another child. Something that Royce was saying that he saw his father, Dwight Howard, doing or maybe partaking in. I know I told y'all that there was a lot of inappropriate things going on in that house with Dwight. There's already a child that CPS have already come to take, one of his daughters. And it's also said that he's on some type of substance, but Royce is talking and she's telling her business, child, and I'm listening. So it said that Royce Reed talks about their child neglect arrest and being silenced following her report of alleged abuse of her son in a previously recorded and resurfaced Vlad TV interview. Let's get into this, child. This is juicy. I love it. Speak out, Royce. Okay, do not let him silence you, because that's what his ass been trying to do, and we're not gonna let him do it. Tell all your business, honey, and I'm be right here to share it. Shout out to the 229 in the building. Oh Lord, let's get into it. Shout out to Miss Awesome to you. Let's go.
But yeah, I got in trouble for telling.
Okay, because there's a whole situation. You called Dwight Howard evil.
Yes.
And I guess has something to do with, well, you said this man is evil. Y'all fall for it every time. Ask him why he's telling a 12-year-old he's gay because he hasn't touched anything or watching porn with them.
Mm-hmm.
What?
So was this the porn situation that you reported, or?
I've reported several situations. I've been reporting that inappropriate things are happening with my son since Braylon was a baby. And I noticed it very quickly. As a mom, I'm very involved. I notice everything. And it started with him sitting in my doorway, hitting himself. And then he started touching himself funny. And that was the day that I invited the nanny inside. And I asked her why he was doing that. She couldn't explain it. So I told her if I found out that she was doing anything to my son, then we were going to have a problem. She then went and said that I threatened her. I said I didn't threaten her. I said I promised her because I'm dead serious. And fast forward a few months later, a few years later, I'm constantly emailing my attorney. He's emailing them saying like Braylon is, showing behaviors that aren't normal for a child. We ended up going to court and I had a video of Braylon covering his face because he was saying how people were blowing smoke in his face, how daddy's friends look like zombies at the bottom of the stairs. Daddy acts weird. He found his ball in Miss Maureen. Her boobs are like pacifiers. And this is like, he's like telling me this now, being able to vocalize it when he's like 3-4 years old.
Wow.
So if you can imagine just a little boy who, to just like monster trucks and Chuggington and waking up to, Mickey Mouse Club, saying these things when he's there.
Wow.
You gonna keep fighting. And like I said, I went to court and I was threatened by Judge Shea if I ever made any type of accusation like that again, that he would take Braylon from me and I would lose custody. My mom was in court with me that day. I got up, I cursed that judge out. I cussed out Mayanne Downs, which was his attorney, and I walked out that courtroom. But yeah, I got in trouble for telling.
She talked about in her interview with Carlos King. If you guys didn't get to see that, please watch it, because she was being so transparent. I felt bad for her. She broke down in tears, which lets me know she was not lying. She said that Dwight's using his money to control her because she will not do the things that he wants her to do. And I told you guys about an incident where she says that he got enraged because she would not do a sexual or asexual favor on him. And she told him no. He became enraged and picked her up like this, right, and threw her against the room or across the room. She also said he threw a 2-liter soda at her as well and assaulted her. And also at one point in time threw like a big cup. You know how you go to like a QT gas station, those big cups where you can get the ice and drink. He threw that in her face because they were in an argument. So she went through a lot of abuse, verbal and physical, with Dwight. You guys know how big Dwight Howard is, right? You know how big Dwight Howard is, but he silenced her by putting a gag order and cease and desist on her so that whenever she got on Basketball Wives, she could not speak on him and the things that she was going through. And so now that cease and desist and that gag order has been lifted, baby, she's doing interviews wherever she can to tell her story, to talk about what her son went through at the hands of his father and the things that he was exposed to at a very early age. So I really take my hat off to her. As a mother, it's our job to protect our kids. And what can you do when it's like you're helpless when your baby's father has all of this money and this notoriety. He's a celebrity. People know him, they respect him, but they don't know that side of him. So when you're trying to speak out and take up for your child, this person's using their money and their notoriety and get these high-powered attorneys to overpower you and trying to take your child away when you know that the child is not going to be safe there. If your child is saying to you, like, Mom, people are blowing smoke in my face, or inappropriate people touching this child, like, where would this child know to do these things and to do this to other children, to where the mother then gets locked up when this act was done in the father's house, right? The act was done in Dwight Howard's house. And the police arrested Royce because she was the primary guardian of that child. And he sat back and let it happen. I feel like he set her up. And now that I hear Amy doing all this crying and carrying on how she was doing in her rant, saying that he was trying to manipulate the children into lying on her, to where if anything comes back from social services on him where they remove that child, he's manipulating them into saying that this happened or she was the person who was responsible for it so that he don't catch any charges. That's a dangerous person. So you got a co-parent. She can't say that he can't go and visit, because then that puts her in a situation to where the child can be taken because she's not given visitation. So it's like a catch-22, if you will, right? You're trying to be the protective mother, but you don't want to go against the law to lose your child. So you're having to allow your child to be in an unsafe situation so that you won't go to jail. But you got some parents out there like, I don't give a fuck, lock me up. I'm not sending my child to no situation where trannies are running around and sexual things are just out in the open, and my child is soaking these things up at 3 and 4 years old and being able to vocalize that. And now he's touching himself inappropriately and then touching other children. Like, something is not right there. But because he got so much money, he's been able to get away with stuff. Like, all of this shit is going on right now. I showed you guys the video where he's just out at a basketball game, just like, hey, I'm Dwight Howard. Hi. Like, he's up, people applauding him. This is what he does. And Roy said he's been able to hide things and people don't believe when she come out to tell her story because he's Dwight Howard, right? It's sad. I prayers up for you, child. prayers up for you, because this is very hard to deal with. But she has avoided prison. Said that Royce Reed avoided prison for a child neglect charge. Said that she was threatened with a custody loss of her child and silenced by the judge. She was also told that she could not mention the abuse allegations in the future via Vlad TV in a previously recorded interview. Yeah, this is sad.
Okay, because there's a whole situation. You called Dwight Howard evil.
Yes.
And I guess that's something to do with, well, you said this man is evil. Y'all fall for it every time. Ask him why he's telling a 12-year-old he's gay because he hasn't touched anything or watching porn with them.
That's sad. You should not be watching PORN with your children. Like no, okay? You should not be doing that. But let's move along. That's sad. Prayers up for Royce. I like Royce, okay? What do y'all think about that? I did have one more topic. Let's get into that. We got to get off, okay? Let's get into this candy news. According to Real Housewives of Atlanta, we can take the trigger banner down because we don't need it. Okay. And I'm going to read it from my phone because it's kind of small there. Even though I got my glasses on, I won't strain because the writing is so small. Y'all enjoying the show so far? Please don't forget to tap on the like for me if you can. All right. Let's get into it. All right, so shout out to Real Housewives of Atlanta fan page. It says that Kandi is saying, yes, we're separated. Speaking on she and Todd. Yes, we're separated. And yes, we still sleep in the same bed. Says, before anyone starts twisting that into a storyline, said that I understand this. Grown relationships are layered, and what happens between us is between us. It's not for public judgment. So Kandi Burruss has confirmed her separation from Todd Tucker while admitting the pair still share a bed sometimes, rejecting public judgment of their relationship dynamics. The Real Housewives of Atlanta star is firmly shutting down speculations and controlling her own narrative regarding the split. What do y'all think about that? I mean, they are still married until they're divorced. A lot of married couples do that when they're trying to figure things out. She's like, hey, I don't want to go out and be sleeping, with anybody else. Yeah, I'm mad with you, but you are still my husband. So get in here and give me this D. So that's probably what she's looking at in terms of. But Todd is said to be dating someone else, seeing someone else, which is the reason why he and Kandi decided to go through this divorce in the first place. Of course, y'all know they had threesomes in their relationship, but Kandi saying, hey, yeah, we are separated, but occasionally we do sleep in the same bed. So what do y'all think about that? Todd is currently staying in the guest house, but I mean, it's just a walk across the breezeway to go back into the main house. So do I feel like he and Kandi do still spend some intimate time together? Probably. Kandi says she's not dating anyone. She doesn't have a desire to date anyone until her divorce is finalized. I respect that. So maybe she is still giving Todd the nookie until things are finalized. They're still doing, I just saw where they were at some type of event for their daughter Blaze. They appear to be very happy together. They're still co-parenting. They're in pictures smiling together. Todd was over here. The kids were in pictures and Kandi was there. And they were like one big happy family there. But it looks like they may be still sleeping with each other, even after she and her family have thrown Todd out into the guest house. So I guess she don't want him in the main house, but when she want that D, it's like, come on across the breezeway and come get it, right? That's what it's giving. I think Kandi knows what she wants. I think she has that moment where she's very hurt and embarrassed by what he's done to her, with cheating on her. But I think that ultimately, it's 10, 11 years they've been married. I mean, you don't fall in and out of love quickly like that. But at the end of the day, I feel like there are moments where she does miss Todd, where she still loves Todd, but she knows that. And I feel like she's gone so public with this. I really wish that they would have kept this private just in case they decided to spin the block on each other, because now you've done so many interviews. You told so much about this. And, I don't know. It's not uncommon for people to get back together. I mean, look at Nene and Greg when they were going through that thing. They went back and even remarried each other. I mean, it happens. It happens, right? Look at Eva and her husband. They wound up getting divorced. They wound up going through the entire divorce and then getting back together, right? But y'all can't send her and Todd to be still sleeping in the same bed, and that's just what they decided to do. And it's not for public judgment, but you're telling the public. Because how would we know who is in your bed unless you told us? I think Kandi be sharing a little too much. Thank you, because it's content. But I feel like you share a little too much. We would never have known that Todd be still sleeping in your bed unless you told it, right? Maybe keep some things to yourself, but I don't know. What y'all think? Do y'all think that it's a healthy situation for Kandi and Todd, who's going through a divorce, to still be sleeping together? It does kind of make it complicated. I know in some states they'll ask you, have you and this person been intimate? Have you and this person been together or lived together since you're still trying to get this divorce? I mean, some states are that way. You have to be separated for like an entire year and not have intimate sessions. But it's given that Kandi and Todd's child, he might be still over there, spanking that kitty cat from time to time. That's what they're giving it. But it might be some meat slapping child. That's my favorite thing to say. I don't know why. It might be some meat slapping child over there in that main house with Candy and Ty. But y'all put in the chat what y'all think and all the topics that we discussed. Let me know. I will respond accordingly. Thank you to all of my top flights for modding, Tiffany Thomas, True TV Podcast, and Rose Armstead. Thanks to all of the content creators in the chat that joined, as well as all of my Caramelians. Love you guys down. I will be back later on for our final video. So you guys, you guys, please let me know what y'all think and support the video by liking the video. Okay, I appreciate you all. I had to restart my computer, so hopefully our theme song plays without the skipping like it did this morning, because baby, I had to delete some stuff and restart it and do upgrades and all this stuff. But let's go ahead and try it out and let's see. And bye.
Hey. Yeah. You already know what time it is. It's your girl, Caramel. Let them know. Yeah, you know it's your girl, Caramel. Yeah, you know it's your girl, Caramel. Stay coming through, giving all the people hell. She got the dopest piping tea, can't you tell? If you want the real spill, ring that bell. Join the Caramelian crew right now. Whole squad lit, we don't back down. Kick back, relax, enjoy the show. But hit that like button dope. Stepping in the room, whole vibe shift quick. Pressure on 10, yeah, the tea stay thick. No cap, no filter, straight facts I spit. If it's hot in the streets, I'm addressing it. Caramel dripping, sweet but savage. Mic in my hand, I do real damage. Comment section jumping, crew stay active. Caramelian gang interactive. I don't sugarcoat, I activalize. Real recognize, real every time I slide. If the drama too loud, I ain't empathize. Cause you know that she's a vibe, certified. Yeah, you know it's your girl, Caramel. Stay coming through, giving all the people hell. She got the dopest piping tea, can't you tell? If you want the real spill, ring that bell. Join the Caramelian crew right now. Whole squad lit, we don't back down. Kick back, relax, enjoy the show. But hit that like button though. Like, coming, subscribe. We outside. Like, coming, subscribe. We outside. Caramelian crew worldwide. Turn the volume up real loud. She a whole mood, no doubt. Yeah. It's your girl, Caramel. Stay vibing, stay subscribed. Let them know.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Let's get on out of here. You guys have a wonderful day. Until the next video, please keep your notifications on so you guys will know when we go live. All right. Bye.